Okay. So what we discussed yesterday?
Files concept.
About Eclipse,
So, yeah,
Eclipse and
we
how to create the
talked.
project.
Yeah. We talked something about Eclipse, and then so how to create a project and all. And after that, we try to look into the concept called file. So generally, what is third-party APIs? So generally, when we are developing anything, let's say we got some requirement, so we are developing something. So the moment when you try to develop something, when you based on your requirement, so you might see, uh, you might find three ways. One is a API, like a predefined library, which will solve your problem, solve your requirement, complete your requirement, which will help you for your requirement. So we will look for third party, sorry, the libraries in the Java. So if those kind of libraries, if you don't find, then you generally look into third parties. In some other companies, they independently develop for a specific solution for a specific problem. Okay. So even if you don't find any solution from any third party for your requirement, then what you have to do, you have to do your own by using all Java fundamental concept. Okay. So you have to implement that all required program for your requirement. Okay. So that is the generally you do that. Okay. So what is our requirement? Yesterday we try to look into simple concept. So my requirement is I have to create a file dynamically. I mean, a program has to create a file, not manually. A program has to create a file, and that too, I want to create 100 files. So for that, so to create 100 times, anyway, you know that for loop, that is a fundamental concept, is a control statement. But here, to create file, uh, we have already a file predefined class, predefined, which is already defined in the Java API. In the Java API, so you have already the predefined class. You are just using that class by creating the object for the class. To this constructor, you are passing the file name. That too dynamically you are passing. What is the file name you want to keep? That file name you are passing. And the second line, I mean the 11th line here. So that is you are calling one simply one method. So I think nothing is confusing here, right? So creating an object for a class and calling a method. It's a simple thing which you already know that. Okay, but so you have not created file class, you have not created a create new file method. So you are just using, because Java people implemented in it. So that means within a 2 seconds of, I mean 1 minute of time, 30 seconds of time, you just type the code. Okay. But let's assume there is no library, there is no predefined library available in the Java API. What you have to do? You have to look for a
Third
any other
party.
companies, any other companies, third parties do. So this is rule is not only for file concept, guys, for anything. Let's say you joined as I mean you got a requirement in your company, you got assigned. Okay, so first you have to understand the requirement, then you have to start coding. The moment when you start coding, you have to write code. So to write code, you have to look for the any predefined solutions are available in a Java API level or third party level. And sometimes Java third party will not, you will not get freely. There are some companies will give solutions with cost. Then if your company is allowing you, your company is allowing you to buy that, they will take care of. But generally you will get freely or by cost or whatever reason. But if you get some solution from third party, if you are ready with that library, then you can, what you have to do, you have to get those libraries. In which format you will get, guys? Jar file. Java libraries generally they keep in jar files. They will give the document also. Let's say you got a product. Okay. So TV you purchase. You will get a document, right? Will you get it or not? Manual document.
Yes.
You will get some book how to operate that TV. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So why they are giving? Why they are giving that document? So that manual document, the reference document. Why do you need that? Because
How
you
to
are
use
not
that particular?
yes, how to use. Because why they are giving is
I think
you
so.
have not developed that, you have not manufactured that, you have not implemented that. You are a user, right? So as a user, you don't need all the details. You don't know all the details of the TV, how the review. But generally, if you already know one kind of TV uses, you have already experience on that. You already experienced, like you already operated the TV. Let's say your neighbor got the TV, Sony TV, and you already experienced. I mean, you already operated at the TV 1 year. Okay. After that, you got a new TV. Okay. So then you got the booklet also. Then what you will do? Generally, you already have the experience. You already know the operating concepts, right? Generally, you don't refer the book. Do you refer? You don't refer. Just directly you will operate. But let's try to understand here. But generally, what is mainly we use? Increasing the sound, decreasing the sound, changing the channel. So these are the mainly use, but lot other things also there to operate. But we skip that because we don't get that requirement. Because if you feel that requirement for you, then only you will look for that, right? In the same way, whenever you get any third party library or predefined library in a Java, you may get lot of features in that. Okay, you will get. So they will give all explanation in the document for each and every feature, every purpose. But generally, we do based on our requirement. We might not use all features of that library. Okay, this file class, this file class has many methods. Okay, so if you want to go and differ that, but code level, if you go look at it, no, it is it will give confusion, and also it will take time. If you go and search for the document Java API, Java API, Java S API or something. Okay, so here, so if you go, let's take it is under java.io package, and I'm just going. There are many classes are there. Let's just go and look at the file class. This file class, they are giving a lot of explanation. They are giving. Okay, but if you have really time, you go and read it generally. But generally, what we do, we don't read, no? We just look into the actual concept and all. Okay, these are all the features. These are all the features of that file class. So it's like a one kind of product, right? It's a API. So there are many methods are there, but we used only till now one method. That what is that method, guys? Create new file. So because my requirement is that only. My requirement is that only. I have to create a file. So that is the reason I looked into a specific method to meet my requirement. I use that. But we have other things also. We don't use all at a time because it's all depends on your requirement. So if you feel, if you need it, then you look for the method and feature, refer the document. Okay, this method fits for my requirement, and you will use it. So that is how any third party you have to understand and you have to use, guys. Don't like when you look at the many things are there, don't get think about it. It's a very difficult and all because you are the user. Just we have a lot of features. You have to be practiced. You have to be practiced how to operate those, how to use those. But fundamental things you already know. Whenever you have to call a method, you have to create object. You have to call a method. how when you call a method, what will happen? You guys know that. But the same rule. See, if you call this method or this method, there are a lot of methods out there, right? If you call any method, JVM will work in the same rules. JVM, it will look into the object reference variable holding and look into that particular class. If it is not available, it go to the super class. Like this structure is same. The execution way is same, but that method purpose, the output generation is totally different method to method, because those are the different kind of features they implemented in the file. The same rule for any class, guys. Okay. So now I hope you understood. I hope you understood what is meaning of a library. I mean, I mean, third party library and our Java API. But third party library or Java API, everything is Java only. But you will generally, so by default, you will get here. If you don't get here, you have to download somewhere. Might be there, many companies will create the solution for that, and you will get. When I explain the interface concept, I already explained, I guess, right? About so yeah, I mean, the idea will be one. There are many implementation will be done. So many implementation is nothing but there is a solution for one problem. We will create one idea. So let's think about that. The idea implementation will be different solution, but the output will get the same. So I hope I thought I already explained about that concept, right? Guys, remember that
Yes, sir.
interface concept when I talk about.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, now you got the clarity what is third party library. Okay, so now what is our requirement? So what we initially thought, our requirement is I want to create a simple Excel file. Okay, I want to create Excel file. You guys, everybody know the Excel file, right? Anybody don't know what is Excel?
No, sir.
Everybody know that. So generally, what is the purpose of Excel file? MSI. So you know that MS Office, many people use the MS Office. So Excel, Google Sheet is we have, that is also Excel concept. There are many companies are giving, most popular is MS Office earlier. So nowadays people are trying to use online Excel sheets, that is Google Sheets. Okay. So, but everybody know that Excel sheet, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Do you know or not?
Yes, sir.
Let me know if you don't know, I will show you. I hope everybody know that. So because nowadays commonly it is using. Okay. So what this Excel file contains generally rows and columns, and also rows and columns wise. And so with this combination, you will have cell. Each cell we will keep some data. Generally, in a cell we can keep some data. Like that, my requirement is I have to create serial number, name, okay, email, and phone number. So these are the 4 things I want to keep in Excel. Okay. So the data is available in a database. I want to pull the data and I want to put the data into Excel. So this has to be done programmatically, not manually. If you do manually means you have to open Excel and you have to type serial number, name, type as a manual. But I have to do that from programmatically. Okay. So that means these 4 columns data I want to keep. Okay. Let me take one Excel Google Sheet so that what is actual our requirement we will try to understand. Then it will be good for us. Okay. Sheet. I'm taking some Google Sheet. So generally, if you go and click on here, yeah. So this is the rows and columns, but my requirement is this one, right? Okay. Serial number, name, email, phone. So under this column, I want to keep data. Okay, first data, second data, third data, like this. I want to keep based on our dynamically. But that means my program, whatever program we are going to write, so that program has to uh, put the data, I mean, create the Excel workbook. We can say this complete thing is a workbook, guys. Terminology I'm talking. And under workbook, we will have multiple sheets. Look at this, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. So you might know that all. Okay. So for each sheet, we can have columns and rows. And so combination of column and the row, you will get multiple cells. And under cell, we will keep the data. And we will do many things on that. But basic fundamentally try to understand. So this is our requirement. You got the clarity on the requirement? So what is our requirement now? What we are planning to develop for what kind of program? You got the right? Anybody have any confusion on the requirement?
No, sir.
Sir.
Okay, good. So now let's come into the actual point. So then it's not that much easy, if you don't have any library, predefined library, it's not that much easy to develop by own. It takes a lot of time, a lot of analysis, a lot of time. Okay, so you have already those kind of libraries in a Java API or not. We will look into that. So we don't have any, because I already know some experience. I'm just telling. If you want to refer, and always you can go and refer it, any Excel reference and all. Okay, based on that you can understand here. Okay, so but here file concept we have, but we will use it. But to deal the Excel, because generally IO means input output. Input output means reading, giving, and getting some kind of thing. So these are all the data handling with the files and keyboard, and reading from keyboard, reading from file, this kind of thing. But from normal txt file, we understood that we are able to do that through these files concept and all. But we are planning to create a first. So let's do some analysis. So first, what we have to do, we have to create workbook. First, we have to create workbook, right? Generally, if you do in manual way also, if you want to do this requirement, generally you will create workbook. That means you will start workbook. And what is the next step you have to do? This is the first step, guys. What is the next step? What is the next step, guys?
Open the sheet, select the sheet.
Manual process. Generally, how we'll do. That is what this is the algorithm. It's not a program. First, we have to do that. What we have to do?
See,
Create sheet.
Create sheet.
Create sheet.
see,
Simple thing, guys. You know this already. Create cell.
Column names.
Yeah, create row. Very good, very good. Create row. And fourth one is create cell.
Create cell.
Then add data columns. I mean, data you as you like. Add data. So under this add data, so you have to keep column wise data. Okay. So once you create one row, so for one row you will give column data. For second row, like you will create these steps. You will do continuously. Create row, create cell, adding data. This you will do in a multiple. If you are dealing with the multiple rows, you will do continuously. So this is the algorithm, right? To meet our requirement. Guys, are you getting me? Now, now let's go one by one. First, try to create. So I want to create a workbook programmatically. How to do? We don't have any idea till now. So then we have to go and look into the generally and Java API. We don't have the solution. Now search for a third party. If you don't have third party, then we have to do our own. But I don't think so. We have that much time. So simply I am searching, because Google is the search engine, is going to help us search things. Okay, because even if you don't remember the website names also, this is going to help. So what is our requirement now? APIs for Excel, Java Excel API, because Java language. So Java Excel API. So we have Apache Poi. Java Excel API is also one of the API. I'm just going to search list of APIs for Excel in Java, because other programming language also we will have some for the same purpose, right? List of if you go mainly, you see in the Google search, you can see that Java Excel API and Apache Poi. Java Excel API and Apache Poi. Excel S also there. I don't see here. The mainly most popular APIs, because Java Excel API is going to help you to meet this requirement, and also Apache Poi. This is developed by one company. This is developed by another company, Apache Poi. So that's all, based on your requirement. So what you will choose and which API you will use, that's all depends on you guys. You have different options in the market, so it's all it depends based on your convenient. Okay, you will choose it. Okay. But let's try to do with the uh, Java Apache API. Okay, Apache Poi. Okay. So for this, so first what you have to do, guys, you have to download the library, because all the predefined things you will get from that jar file, right? First you have to get it. If it is in Java, you don't need to add into the that, because by default, if you import a particular statement as it is already in a path, then you will get it. But here you have to download it. So to download this, how to download? Let's go. Yeah, download. Okay, so these guys, this is the one of the company is going to do. Let me download those libraries. You can see here they are giving source code also. Generally, whenever they are distributing the software, generally they give dot classes only. All dot classes they will keep in jar file, will give. But here they are giving source code also. But if you have time, and if you want to look into that, so you can look into that for your reference. And I'm just downloading, guys, and it is downloading. So the same way you have to download any third party, like you have to look into that respective website, and you should be able to get that library if you are trying, because the solution is already there, and then that solution we are downloading. Okay, let me extract it. Guys, are you following me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let me know if you have any doubt. Look at this. This is the Apache Poi software. They gave the libraries. Okay, these are the list of the libraries, and they gave the notice. They gave the license also. Just we are trying. They are doing terms and conditions when you are using license also. So if you have enough time, read it. A lot of time you have to spend on this. When you are using this software, you should follow all these rules. Finally, you say agree, right? Okay. And documents. So this document is nothing but a reference document. This is the product, guys. Okay, this is, let's say this is all the libraries they are using internally. Okay, this is the product, guys, including this library, including this OXL and all. These are all. Okay, these are all the product. But how to use this? Because internally what it contains, you cannot look into that by as a user. So you don't do that generally. So for that, they gave the docs. So just go to the index. This is the doc. So same thing, website we open, right? The same thing, how to use, because this document. So you without internet also you can access this, because that is what the advantage here, because you got the complete document here in your mission. But if you access here, you need internet connection, because this is we are accessing through the internet connection. This is we are accessing without internet connection, because we're directly in the file. Okay, so whenever you have time, you can download. You already downloaded, right? You can go and look into that. Okay, so now I hope you understand how to download this software, and what are the things we have under the software. Okay, this is for development purpose, based on your if you want to understand what are the classes are available, how to use and all, you will see there. Okay, and these are the libraries we have to keep in a class path. Guys, do you know what is meaning of class path? Do you remember?
To
Don't
specify the
remember.
location where the software is.
So why so I mean putting a library, a jar file in a class path, what are you meaning that? So what we are trying to do there in an understandable way? Can you please tell me? Anyone can explain me what is class path? So Swati, you are trying to say something. Can you please tell me again?
Yes, try.
Mm-hmm.
We are specifying where is the our class location, to specify the location.
Which location? What is the why we need to specify location?
The machine cannot understand. Will throw an exception. Then we'll specify. Please go there and search there. The jar file is available.
Okay.
We are giving instruction to compiler or JVM.
Compiler or JVM, we are giving instruction. What kind of instruction we are giving?
Using class path.
Okay,
Path
fine.
address.
So you are right, almost. So, but simple word I can say, whenever JVM executing any program, you might use many classes there, right? Not only one class in a project and a program we do with. So if whatever class you are using, I mean using by the JVM, if that class is not known by, if it is not known where it is available by the JVM cannot do the execution, even compiler also. If you are compiling a program, if it is trying to compile any class or method calling and all, some line, if that method and or class where it is available, if there is if it is not known by the compiler, what it say? I don't find, cannot find symbol. And what JVM say? I cannot find a class, cannot find symbol, cannot find class not found. This kind of error messages you will get from the compiler and the JVM. So if it is a part of Java library, I don't think so you need to set a class, but because by default the Java compiler know the location and all where those libraries are. If it is a third-party library, the Java compiler by default don't know the location where those libraries are available, because it has to use. If it is available, it has to use it. So when it has to use, it should know where it is available, right? So if the Java compiler, it is available in our system, but in our system where it is available, we downloaded it just in a download folder. But where it is available, that is not known by the compiler and JVM. We have to inform, like you said, we have to give the instruction, a Java compiler and JVM. You can find the classes in this location, in this library. So we have to give the library, we will place in some location, right? In C drive or D drive or some folder. So we have to inform to the compiler or JVM, you can find those classes in this path. Like not only one path we can keep, we will keep in not only one path we keep in class path. We can keep many paths, many locations, not only one library, we can keep many libraries. But generally, when it is needed, when you are trying to execute or compiling and executing, when it is needed by the compiler or JVM, the compiler or JVM will look into the class path. If the class path, one by one, it will check. If it is there, then it will use and compilation success, or for runtime, it execution purpose. If it is not found, it will give an exception. So that is the reason the class path is going to help us. We are going to set into the class path. Okay. How to set a class path? You guys know that, right? Command prompt wise.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So now you guys understand the purpose of the class path, because these are all the fundamental things which always will be used in our real-time code when you are doing, because these are the fundamental. But other high-level things, you will always getting new things and getting libraries, no new library, old library. So these are always comes and you will study and all. But the fundamental things you should remember always. Otherwise, you cannot. You will not be able to use. If any issue comes, you will not understand the problem also. Okay. So now I think they are giving some examples also. I hope so. Let me look at that, whether they gave any example code or not. So because they gave some little, I mean, formula, like, you know, how we do that, but I don't think so they gave the code and all. Let me look into that. So this is how you can go and use, guys. But generally, if you find that, 1 second, what is our first step we have to plan? The first step is we have to create workbook. To create workbook, we have to look for that particular class, where that class is available. Okay, let's go and look at that. Okay, so a lot of things are there giving. I will, you can read it. Okay, so now if you see the quick guide. Okay, so how to create new workbook, how to create sheet, how to create cell, how to create data cell. These are the main important things, and giving all other makeup, so that you have. This is the fundamental thing which you have to understand. After that, doing some makeup on that, so that's you have that. Okay, how to create workbook. So this is the document, guys. The official document is given by Apache, guys. This is the document. So how they are creating? This is the line. Okay, let's take only this class. Okay, so what I am doing here, I am creating object for HSSF workbook, and I am holding this object into WB reference variable, and the type of this WB reference is workbook class. This is one class, this is one class. Whether this is a class or not, we don't know. Okay, this is surely class. It might be interface, workbook might be interface or a class, whatever. But this is, we can say it is exactly a class. I mean, for surely it is a class. Because why? We are able to create object. They are trying to create object. Only for classes only we can create object, right? We cannot create object for interfaces, right? Can we create object for interfaces?
No.
No, sir.
Okay. Now, so this is given by whom? The official document, you can see that They gave all kind of features. Then just go and you use that and enjoy that. That's it. Okay. So it's a very easy thing. Now tell me, guys. Compiler is saying that HSF workbook cannot be resolved to type. It's saying that what is meaning of this HSP? Compiler don't know. This class is not part of Java library. That is the reason compiler is saying that, hey boss, I don't know anything. Even I. So what we have to do now? Where it is available? First of all, tell me where these classes are available. Whatever the class is now with it.
Why is available?
It is available. We already downloaded, right? Why? So it is available in this library. What we have to do is we have to keep all these libraries. We don't know internally what is. We have to keep all these libraries to the class path for this project. We have to add. Okay, let me. How to add? Generally in command prompt set class path equal to something you did, right? But here in Eclipse, you can easily do that. Okay, 1 second. Usually do that. So right click, build path. You can see build path, right? Build path, config, build path. Okay, so config build path under libraries. So already JRE is there. Look at this. That is the reason we don't need to add it. By default, when you add the JRE, so all these classes like you can that will be fine from here. That is the reason. But now we are going to add, apart from this Java JRE, we are going to add another library. Am I right? Another library. Correct, na? Yeah.
Yes,
so how another library we have to add. So let me add into that library. Okay. So add external jars. Add external jars. We can add from other location in our system, or what you can do is all libraries you can add into this project. Okay, like I will create like this. Lib file, lib there. So under this project I create lib. So build path, I mean you can refer that in any location or in a. First what I will do is I will take these things. Okay, I will take all this library under this, and also I will take, because I already downloaded this, I will take these two things also. Don't think about all those things because they are giving library. We are just using that. Okay, and if we have enough time, you can go, because the document they gave the source code. You can look at that, all the source code. So it's a big project, right? It's a very big project they did. What I'm doing, all the jar files, guys. Anybody don't know till now what is meaning of jar file? How to create a jar? Let me know. Otherwise, you don't understand what is meaning. I just copied all the jars. These are all the libraries. Anybody don't know? Everybody know, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. So now, do you have any doubt on this? What I did this step? What I did here, I just copied all the library files which we downloaded. Okay, this contains all kind of features. I told you, right? We are not going to use all the features at a time. It's all depends on your requirement. Any product, it's a product. Any product you take, you might not use all the features. Based on your requirement, you will use the features. Am I right? You bought a phone, you purchased a phone. Are you using all the features in a phone every day?
No,
You
sir.
don't.
No, sir.
You use commonly use, like a daily use, calling, chatting. These are the main uses, right? So in the same way, we are at this moment we are going to talk about common uses features and extra things based on your requirement. That's it. Okay. So now I copied all the things. Now I had to tell to the JVM or compiler where you have to find it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is add external. You can see add jars. Okay, add external jars. Add jars means within a project, if you have libraries, you can add. And add external jar means from other location, not in a project, a C drive or D drive, desktop, whatever, you can find it. Add variable, it is the path variable and all. And add library. So these are also same thing like this. Okay, so let's add jars. Our requirement is I want to keep all these things. I just selected all, shift. Okay, shift select, and I added. Okay, I added into that. So this is the already Java is there. I added and apply and close. Okay, now let's go into the program. So earlier it was saying cannot resolve type, but I don't see these suggestions. Did you get these suggestions earlier? We did not get. We don't see that, right? Now we got, because it is already, those libraries already known to the, because we set in a class path level, it is already known. That is the reason it is giving suggestion. Hey, you have to import. You can import this class from this org.apache.py. This is the package. This is the package name. Okay. Now I imported. The error is gone, and again it is giving this one. Error is gone. Now, so Eclipse is going to help you a lot of things. If you do the same thing in manual, it will take a lot of time. To set class path this all libraries, how much time it take in command line? Set class path equal to activation -1.1.jar semicolon commons.code semicolon. Like this, you have to type everything, right?
Yes, sir.
Am I right? If it is a
Yes.
one jar,
Yes,
it's
sir.
but here in Eclipse, so this environment is going to help you a lot of things because it is reducing your effort. Okay, now, so these are the two classes I imported. Okay, I'm just clicking on here, guys. I'm just clicking on here. Okay, I think let me add all those things. It is asking because if you want to look at the code and all, it is asking. I will skip that later. Okay, so you guys understand these classes are available any one of this library, mainly this library might be let me add it, so might be you will get some idea. Now I am clicking, still is not changing. Okay, fine. So what I'm trying to look at is I'm trying to open that dot class by decompiling and all. Fine. So now you understood these two things are available any one of this library, mainly in this library. Okay. Okay. Now we created our first step. Just we created object. That's it, guys. Have you done any other difficult thing in this line?
No.
No, sir.
No. What is difficult? Creating this class itself is a difficult, right? Because a lot of methods, if you see that, a lot of methods they implemented. Okay. Now, so what is our next step?
Create sheet.
Sheet.
Okay. So you can refer the document if you feel, and how to create sheet, and you have the example and all. See everything they give. So only thing is you need a patience and read and do that. That's the thing, because you know already fundamental things, which I took enough time and explained you how to use and all. So that is the more important thing which we already. These are all like usage time. Workbook W. We can use our own name. Right now WB we are using dot. So what is the step? Create sheet. You can see. I just called a method. When I call this method, what it written? Control 1. Control 1. If I click by putting the cursor, it will give assign local variable automatically. You don't need to type. Automatically it created a variable. I can rename it the variables. So now I am calling. I created object for HSSF workbook class and holding into this. This is the super class, or it might be an interface. So then I'm calling the create sheet, and this create sheet method is returning sheet object. And then look at this, guys. Sheet dot, I'm calling create
Row.
So if I do like, so if you go, so that the same thing you can find here also, guys. Like, the document they are giving, create cells, create cells. If you take create cells, they are creating sheet and creating a row and creating a cell. I will come to. Okay, so when you create a sheet, generally, if you see that here, you have to give some name for sheet. Am I right?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. So what kind of name you are planning to give? So that name you can give here. Okay. So you can give here. Okay. Let's say employee. I can give any name, the name. Okay. I create a sheet and then create row. So like 0. 0 means it's the first row. 0 means it's a first row.
First row.
Yeah. So like this, you can call n number of times, guys. This method you can call n number of times. How many times you can call? So you can add 1, 2, like this. Okay. Okay. Create cell. So once you like this, you can add n number of rows. Okay. I already created. I'm just let me add into that. Someone going to mute. Some background noise is coming. Okay, thank you. So now workbook object is created and sheet created, and this simply creating a row. Once you create the row, first row, what is our thing? Row dot create
Cell.
cell. So what kind of, how 0 means 1, 2, 3, something like that. You can create a number of cells, guys. Okay, create cell. Okay, so once you created the cell, let's say you have to, what is the return type? Control 1, if you press, automatically it will give, and assign local variable select, automatically you can it will add you, or else you can type it. I created a cell, and cell dot, so you have to set cell value. You have to set cell value. Okay, that cell value may be in string or date or double or anything you can give. Right now I am going to add it cell value as the serial number. Okay, so only one cell value. How many cells I created till now for this row? Workbook is this, and I created one sheet. For this sheet I created one row, and
One row.
that row, one cell I created.
One
For
cell.
this row, how many cells I can create? N number of cells. Let me create one more cell. Let me create one more cell. So how to create one more cell? Same code, copy paste. Okay, so 1. This is cell 1, cell 2, and cell 1, cell 2, like this. But these, what is again here? What is the column
Change the
name?
name.
What is the name? Name.
Name.
This is our requirement, name. So like this, how many columns we need to, how many cells we have to create? 4 cells, right?
4
So
cells.
instead of, that means 4 times you have to copy this and you have to do that. I mean, all the time you have to change this cell number 0, 1. It will start with 0. So instead of that, if you can do in that way, or else you can do another way also. For first time, we will do in a normal way. After that, we will try to use control statement. to avoid this duplication code. I mean, you can do it. It's a multiple times, right? Looping manner, we will do that. So how to do this looping manner, we will see that. Cell 3. What is cell 3 row? Create cell 3, 2. And what is the value? Email.
Email.
Right. And cell 4.
Last
What is the
one.
value?
Phone number.
Cell phone.
Four.
Cell phone number.
The index, these are the 0, 1, 2, 3 are index. That means 4 cells. And this is the 4. And I'm giving 4 here. And set value is, what is the cell value?
Phone
Phone
number.
Yeah. Let's say phone. So now, so I'm ready with the data. Now I added all those things into workbook. Now we are prepared with the help of predefined library classes, this thing, the basic thing. Now we have to write this all the things into a file. We have to write this all the things into a file. Okay. So how to write all those things into a file? Let's look into that. Okay. So look at this file output stream. I already explained you guys how to create a file, because even notepad concept also, when you read a data, might be, if I explain already, you can use file output stream to write anything as an output. You can use file output stream to read data from file. You can use file input stream. Okay. So simple, guys. This is also a predefined class. What I am doing is I'm just creating object for this class. I'm just creating object for this class, file output stream, where this file output stream is available in Java API, because so that is the reason it is already giving in which package? Java.io package.
Java.io.
So Java.io package. So for this Java.io package, we have to give the file object. File object for what is the purpose of file object? File equal to new file. I just created file object. For this file object, I am just giving the name. Okay. So what is the name I am planning to give is a data dot XLS. This is the file XLS, right? What is the extension generally for Excel files?
Dot XLS.
Dot
XLS.
Right. I just gave that. And I'm giving this file object to file output stream. So this file output stream, I'm just assigning a local variable file output stream. So this is linking to file output stream. Now we have already workbook, right? Workbook WB, which has all the information is added to that workbook. There is a method called write to let's say I'm giving the variable out. I can give any name. For short name I am giving here. Now let's try to understand here. Okay. And I write it, and then out.close. Doing out.close. I mean, I'm just closing the line. Okay. So I will try to explain this point. These 2 points, these 2 lines, I'm just creating my own name and file object and giving to the file output stream. That this object is ready to take the data to write into a file. So to write, we are writing data to out object with the help of which method, guys? With the help of which method?
Write method.
Write method. This method is available in which class? Write method.
File.
By using write method. We are calling this write method which by using some reference variable, right? What is that reference variable?
Yes, sir. Workbook.
So workbook
reference variable.
Yeah. So this class workbook
Yes,
reference variable is holding HSSF workbook. So that means write method is available
Workbook. Yes.
HSSF workbook object. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir. Workbook.
yes, this method is their third-party library they are giving. For this, they are expecting to which file you want to write this data, workbook data. That file object they are expecting here. That is what I am giving. What this method will do, all the data which we created to the workbook to sheet to this, all this added to workbook, right? So all data will be written to this out object. That means out file output stream object. This is internally linking to this file, the file is will create. So now what I will do is, okay, let me go here, source here. You can go into directly that location, guys. This is the project location we have. So yesterday we tried to create many files here. Let me delete this thing. Okay, this is the thing. Let me execute it. Let me execute it. You might see any, if you see any error or all that, we will see that. Okay. And also workbook also has to be closed, guys, because once you write the file and that, because this is also we have to close. Okay. So, okay, these are the two things I closed here. Okay. Even if you don't close also, I will explain this later. But till now you understood that, right? So far, any doubts, guys, in this code?
No.
Okay, good. So I'm just executing. Generally, we do a command prompt, this one, right? Right now, I just clicked on right click and Java application. You'll see any file is created. Is it created data? It was not there earlier. I executed it. I executed it, right click, run as Java application. This main method is executed. So if you see that, we got already data file. So what kind of file it is? What type of file it is? XLS file only, right?
Excel
Yeah.
file.
If you
Excel.
want to see that folder options, I mean, changing, I'm going view here. Show hide extension from known file types. Now you can see the extension. What is that? Data.xl. I'm just opening, guys. I'm just opening this. Because I'm not using my Microsoft Office, any software, because we have another open office library. Can you see that? Did we complete our requirement or not? So this is not, have you done this manually or programmatically? We have done this programmatically.
Grammatically.
Yes.
Fundamental thing. See, look at this sheet name also, we got employee. Why we got employee? Because we named it employee. Yeah. Now you guys tell me what you did, guys, here. Have you used your brain? This is not created by you. You are using. This is not created by you. This method you are using. Create row is not created by you. Create cell is not created by you. Set cell value is not created by you. And file object, file class is not created by you. File output stream is not created by you. Write method is not created by you. These are all the predefined. What you are doing here.
Use it, sir.
Copy paste.
Just use it.
So you became as a user, not a developer, right? Now you guys tell me, program is difficult or easy? If you don't know fundamental things, like as last 37 classes I completed, so it will be like that only, guys. It will be like that. But you need fundamental things strongly, and then you have to do some study, because this class you don't know. Because I told you, right? Okay, this class you have to use this library and all. Identifying the libraries and putting class path and identifying the specific method, because I already have some experience. That is the reason I easily told that, okay, create cell. And also you can refer the document. So as a first time, if you do that, you might get some time like this. Okay, this is how tomorrow if you get some other library, okay, what you will do? You have to study that. To study, you have to spend some time, and there you have to use your brain. What is this class? By the time, if you don't know the fundamental things, what is class path, what is library, what is class dot class, what will happen when you call a method, what will happen when you create object. So if you don't know all the fundamental things, and if you try to understand any new solutions, you never understand. So that is the reason core Java is very important, because using already library, predefined library, it may take some time to understand, but this core knowledge is definitely will help you to understand. Okay, so now, so if by looking at this code, this is the code. If someone look at this code, unknown person, he might feel that, oh my god, a lot of code you wrote. What you wrote here?
Nothing.
You did not use your brain. You just creating object, calling method, creating object, calling method. Who actually doing the work? The work is doing by that methods. That methods have a lot of code, right? So if you want to see that source code, you can, if all they are already giving the source code also, I think so, but you can find it from the website, or else you can refer this code also, but they are giving a lot of things, and other things also they are giving. I'm just giving an idea. I cannot go and explain each and every feature. Okay, the core knowledge when I give, you might spend, okay, you want to add some color, you want to make it bold. Your requirement is, and again, now you guys tell me, I want to add one more row. I want to add one more row. So this row, zero index row creates a row. We are treating as a columns information, and second row onwards, one index row onwards, we have to put the data. I want to put the data. One name is here, Muni, and email is muni@gmail.com. Program dynamically I have to put the data, and phone number I have to keep 987-654-3210. This is the phone number I want to keep. Okay, so now I want to keep data like this, many rows. So can you keep, what is the step we have to do again here? I did, this is the step, this is the step. Okay, for creating first row, the same code you have to copy. What you have to do? You have to rename it with different names. Okay, or else if you want to make into different methods, right? I selected what is the code, specific code. Look at this, guys. Right click, refactor, extract method. Eclipse is going to help a lot of things here. Create columns. I'm just naming because these are all the column creations, right? Create columns. The method is created. Look at this. Different method is created by that, and sheet and all. Done. And now what you can do is, you have to, you can do here one more time method. The same, we can you can create some other code like this. And if you want to make it dynamically, I want to pass these values dynamically, and I want to pass these rows and cell data also dynamically. Row and data is dynamically. Then you can pass one more input, employee. What is meaning of this employee object? Contains all the information. Okay, I'm just creating, guys. I think, what is the time now? Okay, it has been taken all. So you guys try to do whatever option. There is no, it's like a mathematical way only. You might have different option, but my requirement is you should able to do, you should able to create the data for the second row. Okay, if you are able to do second row, you can do the third row also, like this. So try to do for that, guys. You understand? Any doubt here?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I hope you understand about this whole process, and also Eclipse help you a lot. If you do this same thing in manual manner, it might take 1 hour, more than 1 hour, 1 hour also, because till now we spend 1 hour, and so if you spend in the notepad, we might not have been completed this, because it notepad manner you have to do everything manner. Eclipse is going to help you. That is the main purpose of Eclipse. Guys, understood? Anything to discuss? You want to discuss anything?
No.
Okay.